Hi there, this is Minnesota Sue. I'm over at oilstoday.com, or you can find me on my fan page at facebook.com/oilstoday. Today we are going to cover the different ways of using essential oils. There are three essential ways you can use them: diffusing or inhaling. Second is external, and the third is internal. And I won't go into too in-depth in those particular ways you can use the essential oils, but I just want to cover the basics so you can feel free to use those. And when I refer to essential oils in any of my videos, keep in mind I'm specifically talking about Young Living essential oils. I'm very particular about the essential oils and have done research and realized that the only product out there that I really trust is Young Living product line. It actually took me 3 or 4 times, you guys, to get to this point over a 12-year period. That's how bizarre it is, where I ended up where I am. But because of that, I feel very strong about the product line with this company. So back to the 3 ways you can use them. Diffusing. My favorite is with the product diffuser called Whisper Soft through AbundantHealth.com. The reason I like that is that it diffuses with moisture into the air. And I'm not a doctor, remember that. I'm not a nurse, any of that. I'm just everyday mom using essential oils over years and giving you my tips and tricks on how to use them or how I like to use them in my life. And going back to the diffuser, the reason I like to add the moisture to it and use a little bit less oils is because with Young Living essential oils, they're very effective. You don't need a lot unless you're working for a specific targeted health issue. And then at that point, I would really highly recommend that we work with a doctor in regards to this. We've done this in the past and had phenomenal results. Second, so back to the diffuser, there are other ways, and eventually I'll cover in another video different ways of diffusing or inhaling essential oils. And then the second way is through external on the skin, and that is, it can be done either neat or diluted. And neat just means you use the essential oil straight onto the body. And I always say be just a little careful, especially with babies, small children, adults, or anybody new with the oils. Sometimes they're hot oils, and those are like your oregano, basil, cloves, cinnamon, and it's nice to dilute those, and that's the next way to use them, is diluted. So you would dilute them with a carrier oil, such as any vegetable oil that's good, one of your favorites. Typically I like to do an organic oil, and there's reasons why, but we won't get into that either here today. So I like coconut oil, olive oil, and a few others, palm, but we won't get into all the details on that, but that's a way to use them with the carrier oil. And then Young Living has a fantastic blend of V6, which is a blend of 6 different vegetable oils in their bottle. And so then you have the third way, which is internal. And typically you'll find that people will take them either, straight onto their tongue. Be again careful if you got a hot oil. I did that the other night and put it on my tongue, and it was like, whew, I could feel it. And I don't mind it, but I just put a little bit of V6 and it just calms it right down. And then also in capsules. And I am a very big fan of taking less is best for me and starting out, because you can always add more. But I very, very seldom seem to have to buy or seem to have to use a lot of essential oils for any application, except for the time that this last week when I broke my nose. I was applying a lot of oils topically about every hour. In the beginning, every 15 minutes, and then every hour, and then took it by capsule, and that lasted about 4 hours for me. I could just feel it right about the 4th hour starting to wear off at the end. But anyway, then, so, typically if I'm just doing it for good health, I don't need to use a lot of drops. Like for lemon, I put on my tongue every day, I just put 2. And first thing in the morning and drink my water and feel awesome. And if I really want a wake-up call, I will put another drop of peppermint or two and dry the citrus oil in even deeper, and it helps me wake up. But those are your ways, and then you add it into a capsule. And I typically like to buy Young Living's capsules because I like the way they're made. So you add your drops in, and I add V6 typically to it, and then put the capsule into my mouth and drink down water. And I usually can feel it within minutes. It's just amazing how fast the essential oils work. So those are your three ways: diffusing or inhaling, second external, and third internal. And I will cover them all more extensively in other videos. I hope you're enjoying these series of videos, and you're welcome over to my fan page at facebook.com/oils today, and also on my blog at oilstoday.com. Again, this is Minnesota Sue. I hope you're having a fantastic day.